welcome today to Diego Quevedo. I love to say your last name, Diego, uh, our membership chair and driving force behind Teeth Whitening Monterey's standout online presence. So, in just a moment, he's going to be sharing with us about why social media isn't just about posting pretty pictures, but mastering the ability to turn followers into paying customers. Is anybody up for that? Before we get too far into that, I just wanted to say my name is Carrie Assumption Helms. I'm your PWN president. PWN is a nonprofit professionals or organization helping women come together to support each other personally and professionally to create deep business connections. Yeah. So, Elizabeth, would you like to share a little bit about our speaker?
Diego kind of just bursts onto whatever scene he is coming onto. And Diego's our firecracker, and he is lighting a fire underneath us here at PWN and just doing such an upgrade, both on our events and also on our membership. But his social media stuff is just sprinkling all over the place. And that's why we invited him to talk to us about social media because he's on fire. So, Diego, tell us a little bit about, teeth whitening and all the things you do, but we can't wait to hear about your social media.
Well, thank you. Wow, that's a great introduction. Thank you, thank you. So when we first started this business back in 2016, right? We had no experience whatsoever on marketing at all, right? And we had talked to a lot of people, and everybody was very excited for us, and everybody said, "Oh, we love that. We can't wait for you to open and come in." And what quickly happened was you're there and nobody knows about you, right? And there was no area for me to fail because I had all my eggs in that basket at the time. So what I knew at the time was Facebook, right? And I was posting on there, and I wasn't getting much engagement, right? I would get like before and after pictures, maybe some pictures about my product, but it wasn't connecting with anybody, and the people that were following were mainly my family, some friends, but you're not going to survive on your family and friends like coming in. You need the public, right? So one of the things that I figured out at the time was I could share what I was posting on my Facebook page in different sales groups in the area. And that got me some traction. But I was struggling. Mightily, right? I was basically just covering my expenses in my business, and you don't work to just cover your expenses, right? But there were two events that happened about a year after I had my business that changed the trajectory, and they were very serendipitous. So when we started, my wife, who's very thorough and very very stable, like Elizabeth was saying, she's the rock here, right? So she had set up all the website and social media and all those platforms, but then she was off doing her business and said, "It's you." And like I said, I just understood Facebook at the time. And whatever I would post on Facebook, it would just migrate to Instagram, but I wasn't really on there posting anything, right? Just whatever I would post, and then I had no engagement. There was a day I was sitting at my desk, and I get a call from my wife, and she says, "Diego, somebody sent you a message on Instagram. They have a question." And I said, "Well, why didn't you answer it?" And she said, "No, it's your business. You need to get on Instagram and answer it." So I went on there, and it was a lady that had a lash shop. And she had some questions. I answered them. And I'm looking at her page and I said, and yeah, I'm a guy, so I don't know. I said, what is it that you do? Like lashes? And you mean eyebrows? She said, no, lashes. We put lashes, like eyelashes. And I asked her, can I call you? She said, sure, call me. So I called her and asked her some questions. I asked her, well, how does this work? What do you do? How much does it cost? And she explained to me how they put lashes on people's eyes. And the first time they will come in, they would charge them $140. And they will come in every 3 weeks and they would charge them 50 to refill the little. So immediately it clicked to me, okay, so her customers are spending $40 a month, basically, less than a month, every 3 weeks. So these women, oh, by the way, my customers are mostly women. 75% of my customers are women. So I'm thinking, okay, so her customers have disposable income to get their eyelashes put in every month. My customers don't need to come in every month. They come in every 3 months. So I'm thinking, okay, so they're spending money on their hair, on their eyebrows, on their eyelashes, on their nails, on their toes. They're getting waxed everywhere. But then when they smile, their teeth are yellow, and no matter what they spend on everything else, that totally destroys it, right? So what I did was I looked at who was engaging with that account, right? And I started following them. If they had a private account or if it was a public account, I will go in and like their 3 top pictures or latest pictures, right? And what that will do is that will make them think or look, oh, who is this account like looking at me, looking at my page, right? And they will go and follow my Instagram account. And that exploded my followers. So that's one of the 2 key events, right? So now I'm doing this with every single business, beauty business in the area. So first I did the eyelashes, then I did the nails, then the hair salons, then the Botox injectors. So they figure who those people were and their accounts that are following that are local to my area because I don't sell anything. I do a service. So I don't need people in New York to see what I'm doing. I need people here in this area following me. Right. Okay. So that started getting me a lot of followers. But still, the engagement was small because the story that I was telling on social media, Carrie, the story I was telling on social media wasn't really catching their eye. Second event that changed my business trajectory. Like I said, I will put people's before and after pictures online. There was a customer that came in and no, very few people want their before and afters online. Right? So I will always ask. This girl came in, and I asked her. I said, "Can I get you before and after pictures and put them on social media? I need it for to show my work." And she was not. She didn't want to do it. And I said, "Okay, cool." But I think she saw that let down, and she goes, "Okay, listen, you can do a before and after picture, but you need to take also some pictures of me and put them on your social media page." And I'm like, all right, fine. I really wanted those like before and after. So, because she had really nice teeth too. So I went and I worked on her teeth, took her before and afters. And then I said, well, I'm going to take a picture of you. And she was like, no, 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 no. Hold on a minute. She jumped off the chair, ran to the restroom, and when she came out, she looked like a total different person. Right? She had like that mom bun that she had was gone. She had put makeup on, and then she was like, "Take some pictures of me." So she sat on the chair. She was looking in the mirror. I took a picture of her. She jumped down. She went to the counter. Let me take pictures of her. And she went outside, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, she's just keep taking pictures. When I was finished, she was okay. Let's look at the pictures that you have. She deleted the one she didn't like, and then she said, "Go ahead and post a picture of me every day the rest of the week." She gave me 4 pictures. Post them and tag me. And then she left. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know if I want to put these pictures on. But I told her I would, so I did. And then I went to lunch. When I came back from lunch, I get a call. And this girl says, "I saw that you posted a picture of Jocelyn. And I know Jocelyn, she's my friend. And I love the way her teeth look. And I want to come in and I want an appointment." That was one. I'm like, okay, great. By the end of the day, I had 4 appointments from people that knew her around the city because she was the coach of Monterey High track team. So people around the city knew her, saw her picture, saw that she was tagged on there, and they all wanted to come in. Now, one of the things that they did say was, "I want to come in, but I want you to take my picture too and put me on your social media," like several of them. And that started getting me appointments, right? What I realized then was that if a review is worth something, a picture is worth 1,000 of those. Because people in your community see people like getting your service, and they want, and they will ask. They will go on. They can ask that person, "Did you like the service? Did you like what you got there?" And then they will come in. So those two things happened, and they were transformative, right? The other thing is and then the other factor. When you have a business, you have all kinds of people calling you every week, telling you that they can market your business and they're going to solve your life. I had a man come over here and they told me, like, "I'm going to put you on the radio and you're going to get so many customers. You're going to call me and going to say, 'Please, Tom, turn the radio commercial off. I cannot even see all this people.'" $5,000 later, I got one person that said they came here because they heard the commercial on iHeartRadio, even though it was playing for 5 months. So, but I always give those experts, the marketing experts, a chance to come in and tell me what they have to offer, and I learned several things. And one of the things that I learned is so we know that people in your community posting about you is going to increase your traction, right? So what I realized is collaborating with those people is going to glean you a lot. So what I did with that was every time somebody comes in here and says, gets their service, I tell them, if you post a picture of your smile in your story and send it to me, they have to send it to you because you can't just take a picture that they post and put it on here because they have to give it to you. And you tag me on it, I'll give you a discount next time you come in. 9 times out of 10, if you tell somebody something like that, If they like what you did for them, they'll run home and go post a picture or a video, and they'll talk about their experience they had with you. One, because they want to get that discount, and two, because they're just very excited about the service you gave them. So that in itself creates buzz for you, and you're not really spending anything. You're not paying a marketing expert to come in and do your marketing. And the only thing that you're really spending is just giving that person savings, but they're going to come back and spend more money on you. So those things, when you apply them to your account and your business, you're going to see a big return. And just so that you see how I can apply this with different types of accounts. When I came on the board and I took over communications, I looked at the Instagram account and Facebook account for Professional Women's Network. And, when I was looking at it, I felt like, wow, geez, if you were trying to not get views, you wouldn't be able to, like, you had no views. Nobody was looking at this account at all. How do we do this? And what I realized was there was no new people following. So who is the people that Professional Women's Network is trying to attract? So business owners and professional women, right? Who are the accounts? Who is the last person for PWN, right? It wouldn't be the last person, right? It would be the chambers. So if you go look at the Carmel chamber, you can see who's following there that are business women. So that's what I did. So I'm like, okay, let's see what business women are following the Chamber of Commerce in Carmel. Well, let's go and interact with them. And same with every single one of them. I found a group that has realtors, women realtors. So I did that too. I went and engaged with the followers of that group, and we started getting more followers. So you can do that with your business. Somebody said, well, I don't sell anything. But you do, you're in business, you're selling a service. So if you serve businesses, if you came over here to Teeth White in Monterey and you said, I organize your human resources, well, you might want to do a little video, right? And say, Diego, can you please tell my followers how I helped you? So that will be one of the things that you could do. And with PWN, what I did with the account was, okay, let's find professional women, let's follow them and interact with them, and then let's state the experience that our members are having right now and put that on the page, because that is what we're selling, right? If we're interacting, we're networking, we're teaching, we want to put that in there. I have a great video from Elizabeth where she explains, yes, let's give her a hand. Go check it out. That video is on Instagram and Facebook. You go check that out. It's a great video. And it just shows the experience of what we're doing. And that coupled with attracting people that are in our market is going to get us to grow. And you can do that with your own business. If you're into coaching, well, who are you coaching? You know who you're coaching because you know who your customers are. Go and find other pages that are into wellness, go and find those pages, follow the people that are in your area, and then look at their customers. And that will get you some new customers. Remember this, Instagram and Facebook allow you to like 90 different pictures or posts in an hour. So you have, and you can like them right away, right? It's going to take you like 2 minutes just to go like. If you see a post where somebody posted a picture of their dog and you comment they're cute, that person's going to remember you, or their kids. If you put on there like, a little comment about their kids, they'll remember you and they'll find you human, and they'll think that you're interesting, and they'll look at your page. And if you have a compelling story, and we talked about how to create that compelling story is by sharing your customers and their interactions with you, you are going to get a customer most likely. And that right there is the key to growing it. Now, once you get very successful, then you can hire Joanna, and she can like connect you to the AI machine that's going to do some of these things for you. But at the beginning, just to get you going, that's how you do it. You go and you can like, 90 pictures in an hour. And if you do that, throughout the day, you're gonna every time you like a picture, it's like a little commercial or telling somebody like I exist. They're gonna go look at your page. And it's free. All right. Well, do you have any questions? I only have like 30 seconds left.
I had more of a thought, which was, here we are, we're all in this meeting, we're all online. I assume we all have social media accounts. And wouldn't it be great if we just did if we just, took 2 minutes to go like and comment on a bunch of people's accounts?
That's a great idea.
I'm
That's a great
game.
idea. One of the things that really helps with social media, and it affects the algorithm, is when you have a cloud of businesses that go and like and share other businesses. That's a collaboration. So let's say if I go and I put a comment on joyful parenting, most likely the people that follow me are going to get that on their feed. It's a small number, but if all of us that we follow each other, we start liking and commenting everything, we're able to do that. It affects the algorithm and starts popping up on other people's feeds.
I just want to say thank you so much, Diego, for taking the time to guide us through this process and to give us some provoking pointers on how we can even do it better. So I really appreciate you taking the time and effort to do this. So let's give Diego some love for talking to us today about social media and sharing us all of the great details. For me, it was really helpful to realize I could probably be doing a lot more liking and commenting in special groups that are really highly aligned with the work that I do. So thank you. I'll turn off the timer if I can. Here we go. So right now is just for the next couple of minutes, again, to be brief and brilliant. Please join us in celebrating our amazing sponsor today, Rebecca Tope. Rebecca is with Riboli Family Wines and next year's PWN president. So we also want to say thank you so much to our other sponsors, which is Stephanie Shields, the CEO of Bookkeeping Central. Thank you and shout out to Rain Technologies, Guardian Accounting, Vinny Estrada Associates, Katarina Rondo, Sarah Fromm, Jody Royer, and Mimi Mina, and Diane Glim. Thank you so much for all of your support. Last but not least, I want to share with you about our upcoming WOTI event. We are celebrating that we are bringing in our new 2026 WOTI, which is Julianne Wutke, celebrating you as our Woman of the Year, exemplifying that level of professionalism and truly the dedication to building a greater sense of community. In closing, I just want to say thank you again for being here today, for showing up, sharing what you're all about. And I want to leave you with this thought. Remember that your network is your net worth.